Today we are going to learn resolution of a vector along two arbitrary directions. Suppose this is a vector and we are going to resolve this vector into any two arbitrary directions, not into two rectangular components, but in any two arbitrary directions. So let this R vector be a vector which you have to resolve into two arbitrary directions. Let the two arbitrary directions be this axis and this axis. This axis. I want to resolve this along these two axes. So what I have to do, I have to first mention what is the angle. Let this angle be theta. So I want to resolve this R vector into these two directions. Better to take alpha instead of theta because we will require theta later on. Let this angle be alpha, right? And this angle be beta. And this angle be beta, alpha and beta. Okay. So these two directions, let this direction be x and let this direction be y. Okay. So we are going to resolve this vector R into two arbitrary directions given by x and y, right? Now, the resultant of or the resolved components of these two will be given by completing the rectangular parallelogram. Let me complete the rectangular parallelogram. So this is the rectangular parallelogram I completed, right? So the two vectors, the two resolved components, one is this along x direction and one is this along y direction. Okay. So let us name it. Let this be A, let this be B, let this be O, and let this be C. Right? So we name these vectors. Let this be P vector and let this be Q vector. Okay. So we have resolved this R vector into P vector and Q vector along two arbitrary directions, right? Now let us see what will be the value of P and Q. Had this P and Q be resolved into two rectangular components, then P would have been R cos alpha and Q would have been R sin alpha, right? But this is not the case. See, these x direction and y direction are not perpendicular to each other, which means P and Q are not perpendicular to each other. So we have to find out the values. Okay. So if this angle is alpha and this angle is beta, so what is the value of this angle? Beta. Alternate angles. If this angle is beta, this angle will be beta, alternate angles. And what will be the value of this angle? This angle. This angle will be 180 degree minus
beta plus alpha.
alpha plus
Beta plus alpha.
beta.
Alpha plus beta.
Plus beta. Right. So now we have a triangle AOC. Now let me write. So in triangle OAC, do you know Lami's theorem?
No.
Lami's theorem. Okay, I will explain it to you. Lami's theorem. What does Lami's theorem? Lami's theorem should have been taught in class 9 or 10. Okay. Lami's theorem says that in a triangle, you can write if you know the three angles. If you know the three angles, alpha, beta, and 180 degree minus alpha plus beta. See, we know the values of the three triangles, right? So we can write OC pi sine 180 minus alpha plus beta, I am writing A and B. Okay, A plus B. This will be equal to OA by sine of OA by sine of B, beta, sine of beta, and this will be equal to AC by sine of alpha, means A. So what I have done, I have taken the opposite sides and divided them by the sine of the opposite angles. This OA divided by sine beta will be equal to OC divided by this angle 180 degree, sine of angle 180 degree minus alpha plus beta, and that will be equal to AC divided by its opposite angle, sine of the opposite angle alpha. Have you got the Lami's theorem? Have you got the Lami's theorem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now if you put the values, OC is R, OA is P, and AC is Q, right? So what do you get? R divided by sine A plus B, sine 180 degree minus alpha plus beta is nothing but sine A plus B. Okay, 180 degree minus A plus B is A plus B only. Do you know this? Have you learned this thing in maths?
No.
No, you will learn in coming days. Associated angles. So if you don't know, but you can write sine 180 degree minus A alpha plus beta is sine alpha plus beta only. So R by sine alpha plus beta is equal to OA. What is OA? P. P divided by sine of beta, that will be equal to AC, means Q divided by sine alpha. Sine alpha. So from here you can find out P in terms of R. So what is P? P will be equal to R sine alpha by sine alpha plus beta, right? And what will be Q? Q will be equal to R sine alpha, sine beta divided by sine alpha plus beta. So this is a more general derivation. Now, if you are asked to resolve a vector into two rectangular components, what does it mean? Alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degree. What does it mean? Alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degree. Understood? Resolving a vector into two rectangular components. Means x and y are perpendicular to each other. So if x and y are perpendicular to each other, alpha plus beta will be 90 degree, right? So what is sine 90 degree? What is sine 90 degree? 1.
1.
And what will be beta angle? It will be equal to 90 degree minus alpha. So what will be P? P will be equal to R sine alpha, and Q will be equal to R sine of 90 minus alpha, and that is equal to R sine R cos alpha. So see, you have got your results. Some mistake.
P should be R.
Sorry.
P should be R sine beta.
Oh, P should be R sine beta, right? P should be R sine beta. My mistake. That's why the results are not coming. P should be R sin beta. Undo. P should be R sin beta. P should be R sin beta and Q should be R sin alpha. My mistake, please correct it. P should be R sin beta sin alpha plus beta. Whenever I make a mistake, please remind me. Otherwise, this mistake will remain mistakes only. Equal to R sin alpha so if A plus B is 90°, B will be equal to 90 minus A and plus B is equal to 90. Then B is equal to R cos alpha and Q is equal to R sin alpha. Is it clear to everybody?